Hi everybody, Cindy Ellers here from Cindy's Stamping Studio. It is Monday, December 29th, 2025. The last Monday night live for the rest of the year. I don't know where this year went to, but I am just happy to see it go, and I can't wait to see what 2026 brings us. I'm located in the central part of Wisconsin, and I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for the last 15 years, and I have to say, I really enjoy it. So I've been doing these lives for probably about 5 years, and for the most part, I like it. I have one person hopped on, so that's wonderful. It's a challenge, and I do enjoy a challenge. While I find myself on my Kindle, oh, that's not right. Let's try this again. Go out, come back in. There we go. There. And there's Jeannie Mullen. She has already liked and shared. And if you have time, please go and say hello and share my video if you have time. And I do door prizes every week. And when you share these videos, I get to meet more people, and we make new friends. And I can honestly say that this is probably something I look forward to every week. So, yeah. Alrighty. What do we have going on? Well, tonight's stamp set that I'm going to feature is a new one that's coming out in the January to April mini catalog. It's called Prayers and Promises. You can find it on page 69. And we have Kay Wire and Denise Weiger and Sally Becker. Nice to see you all. The card I'm making is a fancy fold tonight, but it's one of those quick and easy that when you get done you go, oh, that's easy. And it's got all the things that we like. It's quick, it's easy, and there's that wow factor. So, and thank you for sharing, Denise. I appreciate that. Coming up January 14th of January 2026, we have our January technique class, and that is called Two-Tone Stencils. And because I've been doing technique classes the longest, 15 years, we have to redo some of our techniques, but I'm finding that when we redo them, there's a lot of people that have never seen them before, and it's fun to revisit them with new stamp sets. So, yeah. Okay. Just so you know, the paper share, I'm going to order all the papers come January 6th. But I do have 2 spots left. So if you know anybody that's interested in the paper share, and it's such a good deal, for $25, you get 114 6x6 sheets that I cut from all the papers that are in the January to April mini catalog that's coming out. So that's a pretty good deal. $8 for postage brings it to $33. So if you're interested, let me know. It would be great if I could fill those last 2 spots. And there's Karen Halterman from windy, snowy, icy Iowa. Yes, it is very windy here in Wisconsin. I think Karen sent it to us. And we got, it depends who you talk to, we got anywhere from 5.5 to 8 inches of snow in the last 24 hours. But it blew around, so I guess it was blizzard conditions. I stayed inside. I figured that was a smart place for me to be. Okay. And Karen has already shared it also. I appreciate this so much. Okay, January 6th, the new January to April mini calendar is coming out. We also have new online exclusives coming out and new kits collection. So that's something to look forward to. I always like to get 1 or 2 of the kits because when I don't know what else to stamp, I'll make a kit up. And they're fast, they're easy, and it gets me back in the mood for stamping. Well, hello, Debbie Vine, and there's Courtney Ostendarp. Nice to see you. And I see Ronnie Kaiser-Smith's picture also. So there you go. Okay, we have door prizes. Stay warm. Wind has died down a bit. Blew the sidewalk in that was shoveled. Well, what can I say? My husband was busy plowing today. He has to plow by us. And then he's nice enough and plows me a path out to my chicken coop. So that's always appreciated. And he got done. It probably will blow shut. Then he goes up to the fireman plows. There's Carol Martin. She liked and shared. And we got freezing rain and sleet all day. Roads were miserable. We were able to stay home. I know. I can handle snow. That's why I live in Wisconsin. I don't mind snow. It's the freezing rain I just hate. I don't like ice. And underneath this snow that we got is a nice layer of ice. And there's Linda Hodge. Sorry she's late. I'm having a problem with my internet. We're going to be having a horrible start. Oh yes, Linda, you will. Because we just got done with it. So it's on its way to your house now. We got, depending who you talk to, we got 5.5 to 8 inches of snow in central part of Wisconsin. And then it blew around. So there was drifting and the interstate was really bad, I guess. Lots of accidents. So, okay, let's get going. We have door prizes. I have some beautiful, beautiful pink sequins that I'm going to send to, and she's watching, Karen Halterman. So Karen, I'm going to send these to Iowa, and you'll be getting them in the mail soon. And for sharing, because I appreciate it very much when you share, and she's also watching, I'm going to send these to Courtney Ostendarp. So Courtney, you have some beautiful berry burst sequins coming your way. So congratulations, guys. Okay, now I am going to go and flip my camera around so we can get started. And you're going to love this. This is, when I seen this technique, or fancy fold, I seen it by watching a reel. And so then I had to go to the blog. And, well, I know, I'm crooked. Come on, there we go. So then I had to go to the blog so I could watch it again, make sure I understood what the whole idea was all about. And I am happy to say that I did. And once I watched it in person, it was like, oh, okay, this is great. All right, we're all set. We're going to use the Prayers and Promises stamp set. This is a new one coming out in the January to April mini catalog. I really like it a lot, but I like words. Okay, and then we're also using the dies from Label Me Grateful. This one is on the last chance. And I'm not quite sure if it'll be coming back or what's going to be happening. So we're using these two. We're also using the Lights of Aurora designer series paper. Okay? All right. Put this there. We're going to take a 6x6 piece of designer series paper. Now, if you don't have any pre-cut 6x6, of course, you can go and use any designer series paper and cut it to 6 by 6. But that's how you start. We're going to have a layer that's 4 1/8 by 5 1/4. And here's my packet. We're using Azure Afternoon for our base, a 4 1/8 by 5 1/4 berry burst layer, and a white piece for the inside. And no, just for the inside. Okay. I was confused, which isn't very hard for me to do. You know that. Okay. So we're gonna, there's Kathy Sanford. Nice to see you. I'm so glad you're here. All right, we're gonna take our 6 by 6 designer series paper and cut that at 5 3/4 by 6. So you decide how you want it. So we're gonna leave this at 6. Yeah, and turn this to 5 3/4. Right there. And, yep, 5 3/4. Then we're going to cut, we're going to turn it and cut 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. That's got to be 5 1/4, not 5 3/4. Yeah, I think that's what it is. That makes more sense. I'm pretty sure. If it isn't, oh well. Okay, so, and we're going to save this piece, of course, for the inside. Okay, so then we're going to turn it and cut 1 3/4 by 5 1/4. Right there. And I'm going to keep them in order. And then we're going to turn it and cut, oh, then we're going to keep it right there, rather, at 2 1/2. See, that's my problem. I make these cards too far in advance, and then I don't have a clue what I'm doing. Okay, that's all we need this for. Now, okay, so here we go. We have 1 3/4, 1 3/4, 2 1/2 by 5 1/4, and then another 1 3/4. So you're cutting 2 of these, but you cut them in order. That's how they look. Okay, so you see that. Now we're going to take our berry burst layer, and we're going to take the middle, and we're going to put that down. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. We did. I didn't know how it would go. As you know, we have that Airbnb just up the road from us. Yeah, I should have left it. It's too short now, but that's okay. I don't mind that. And we had it up at the farm. It worked out just perfect. Only bad part is we had to haul all the food up. But we kind of delegate, and Christy brought some, and I brought some. Christy brought the meat and the potatoes. I brought the appetizers. So it was a lot of fun. Now we're going to put a strip here. It's going to go right here. Okay, and all we're going to do is put some glue right here. Just like that. And we're going to glue that down right there. Like so. This is going to work out just fine. So that it's like that. Now, this one will go right here. And we're going to put the glue right here. Like so. And leaving a little bit of border. There. There. So we have that. This is what it looks like. Okay, we're good. Now, I am going to get my bone folder out. And we are going to go and, while we wait for, I want this glue to really dry. And while we wait for it to dry, I'm going to put it on the card base. Because I found out yesterday when I made the card, if you let it dry, it works. It's so much easier to work with. So we'll do that. We'll get the other parts done. Okay. Like so. There we go. Okay, so we got that. We're gonna go, and this will be our inside. We're gonna go and get that ready. And in fact, this is such an easy, fancy fold that I plan to use it more than once. We won't be making it for technique class yet, because I already had a card picked out for technique class. And get my scissors, not to be confused with my ribbon scissors, and cut that end off. Okay. We are using, tonight we're using Night of Navy. Oh, I had a card to share with you too tonight. I will do that in just a bit. We're going to use Night of Navy ink. And from the Prayers and Promises, praying that the Lord's promises will bring you hope and comfort in the days ahead. This will be a great card for a funeral or for thinking of you. Okay, so that's going to be the inside. We're going to take a piece of white, and using the Label Me Grateful dies, we're going to go and cut out our tag. And for that tag, well, wait, we're not done with it yet, Denise. I just want it to dry really good. So sorry for your loss. So obviously this is going to be this will be a card for a sympathy card. Okay, now I want some dimensionals. Put them on right away. And it'll be just waiting for us for when we're ready for it. Now with all the snow we got, I'm thinking the snowmobile trails will open up finally. There. So here's our tag. Just gonna leave that and the insides for now. Let's go back to the beginning. The front. Okay, taking this side. I got my bone folder. What we're gonna do is, see, because this is open here, see, and you can see my layer. So I'm going to put my finger right there. I don't want that to show. And I'm going to fold it back, like so. Like that. Okay, now I'm going to do that with this one. It's easier if I can put my finger on it. And it doesn't matter, I found that out the hard way, if it isn't perfect, because your tag is going to cover it up. So we got that. Okay, now we're going to do that with this one. Put your finger there and fold it back. Like so. Now we got one more, and put your finger there. Oh, this, you know, it's so funny. A lot of times when I make these for practice, they don't turn out, so then I get nervous. Well, guess what, you guys? This one turned out perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now we have that, and what we're going to do is put a little bit of glue so that we can hold the corners down. Okay. And hold this one. And like I said, this is from Frenchie Stamps. I want to make sure I give her credit for coming up with this, because when I saw it, I thought, oh my, this is so neat. And just think, the sky's the limit, because we all have how much designer series paper just lurking around. There. And okay, we are going to take these frosted iridescent ice dots back to our tag. We're going to go and put one here and a small one there, like so. Okay, we got that. All right, time to show you how easy this was and what a wow card it is. Oh, thank you, Karen. How pretty this fun fold is. Frenchie is a great designer, and I did her proud. Well, thank you. And we're going to do that. Watch. This is the best part. And this is why it does not matter if your points are absolutely perfect, because you just covered it up. Okay, let's do that inside. And oh my gosh, we're almost done, but I have one card to share with you because it's a dandy. I'm not quite done with this card yet. We're going to put that on the inside. Okay, we're not done. I just felt this card needed something. So taking some, the tag is from Sunshine and Tulip Dies. The Label Me Grateful is the little sprigs that I got going on here. And I've already put adhesive strips on them, so that'll make it easier. I just like to put everything back. I don't want to lose anything. Okay? Because I think this really was the finishing touch. We're just going to tuck it underneath. Made my sticker. This is just designer series paper because the lights of Aurora are solid on the back side. So why not use them? And they don't take up. They're not bulky that way. This is just nice and go. Put this little guy right here. There. There's our card. An easy card layout with 6x6 designer series paper. Right? Here's the inside. I'm thinking the Prayers and Promises stamp set is going to be very popular. Some people have told me, well, they have quite a few. You can never. I mean, it's nice to have different verses. So, yeah, there's my card. I think it's gorgeous. And then this was my practice card. So we have 2 of them. But this one turned out better. Now, the Christmas card I got last week. I got this gem from Ronnie Kaiser-Smith. It's an easel card. So, can you see it? Isn't it pretty? I think it turned out so pretty. Yeah. Very nice. And I thank everybody that sent me a Christmas card this year. I appreciate them all. And so, yeah. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We got done earlier because the card is not so putsy. It's just a nice, simple sympathy card that has that wow effect. So, yeah. Okay, well, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Join me right back here next week. Join me right back here next year. And we'll make another card. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care.